What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the Christmas edition of #AskGSM for December 20th, 2017. We're recording this on the Tuesday. I asked you guys for the questions on Monday night before and after Raw. You guys came through with 3 pages full of questions, and this is the second annual Christmas episode here on Hashtag. And the reasons why it's the Christmas episode and we're doing something special here today is because Jason, for the first time since July, is back on Hashtag. Jason, sorry for the long introduction. Welcome back to the show, sir.
Thank you, sir, for having me.
You're welcome, as always. Great to have you with me and my belt that he did not get me, by the way. This was not him. There's not video evidence here on the channel proving that. Anyway, but welcome, guys, back to the Christmas episode. We got a lot of great questions here today with limited time, so we'll move it quickly. But real quick before we get started, Jason, you feeling the Christmas spirit, in the Christmas mood? Those are the gifts that I got for Jason.
No, gifts for you.
I love how he put GSM from Jay, even though I call him by his last name. Look at this. 2GSM. This is crazy. I'm going to... How about we'll save him for the end? How about that? Okay, I'll give you a little special gift at the end. It's not the gift to GSM, drink it in, man. I pulled it on Jason earlier. He loved it, of course. So anyway, let's get started here. Find Jason on YouTube, rather. Blue Eye Disorder. Check out his videos.
Is it even up still?
Are you kidding me? Of course the channel's still up. It's one of the most must-see YouTube channels in YouTube history. So please subscribe today. And of course, subscribe to this channel. You can tweet me on Twitter at WrestleRant with the hashtag AskGSM or AskJason whenever Jason's on if you want to send in your questions. 280 characters now, just not 140. Anyway, you guys can also find me on Facebook at facebook.com/Graham.gsm.Matthews. Leave a comment on the post I usually put up on Tuesday nights or Monday nights when I decide that Jason wants to come on with me, or on the wall itself. Or you can drop a question on this very video in the comment section down below. I'll include it in next week's edition. So anyway, guys, let's get started here. First question from YouTube. We are AP450. She had sent this in last week. The first person to send in a question for this edition, for this episode, ahead of everyone else. And that was before we announced that Jason was going to be on the show. Not this question, the next question, but it still applies to Jason. He can answer it. I'm very excited to hear his response. But her first question, on a scale of 1 to 10, how surprised are you that the only time that the Rumble was held outside of the United States was the very first one? Are you surprised at all by that, Jason? I don't even know where it was in 1987, 88. Are you surprised?
The first one was out of the U.S.?
I guess so. That's what Amanda's saying. I did not know that. I've seen the Rumble, but I do not remember it being anywhere else but like MSG, but I guess it was.
Yeah, I was so young. I saw it years later, but they must have been trying to get a more global audience and figured it was great, and then it obviously didn't work out too well, so they decided to stick with the US States, yeah.
I'm surprised they haven't done it just because, I guess not really, just because we didn't get another Canada pay-per-view, a Canadian pay-per-view, until
Stampede.
Survivor Series. Well, we had a Stampede in 97.
Yeah.
They did Breaking Point, if you remember that fucking god-awful pay-per-view back in 2009. That was like 09 during like the dark ages of when it was like really bad.
Like, barely watching.
Yeah, and we did not get one for another 8 years. Now, Survivor Series last year, for all due respect, was not a good show, but I do hope they go back to Canada for a pay-per-view. Yeah, we watched that together. It was not a good show.
Oh, my God.
The crowd was great, though. I love Canada. So I'm hoping they go back to Canada or Mexico for a pay-per-view, whatever, outside the U.S. They've done that with SummerSlam before. They've done it with Survivor Series. I guess, according to you, they have not done it with the Rumble since the initial installment over 30 years ago. For me, selfishly speaking, I'm happy they're still in States because I'll be going to my first Rumble in January. I wish Jason could be coming with. But anyway, I am excited for that, but I do wish they would go outside of the U.S. more often.
Japan would be cool.
Japan would be sick. Your native country, sir. A little fun fact about Jason.
I was born in Japan. I was born in Okinawa, but I was there till I was 4.
Are you related to Shinsuke Nakamura by any chance?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I've seen you do this before. I've heard you
we
say
look alike, but,
You do.
Yeah.
You guys could be Eskimo brothers. Moving on here, next question. Overall, which one do you find the most fun as a wrestling fan? WWE/NXT house shows, takeovers/WWE pay-per-views, not including WrestleMania, or Ring of Honor? And the reason I like this question a lot was because, again, like I said, she sent this in last week before I announced Jason was going to be on the show. And I'm thinking, as I look back on it now, Jason has experience with everything you just mentioned.
And
He's
more.
been to house shows before, and of course more. We're talking TNA, of course.
No, fuck TNA.
He's been ECW and in WCW.
The good ECW, not the shitty.
Not WWE ECW, yeah. We went to a house show together about a year ago, right after Christmas, and you've been to other events as well, obviously. You went to your first takeover with me over Mania Weekend. You had been to a pay-per-view before, had you not? Yeah, you had been to a pay-per-view. One of the fucking In Your House pay-per-views.
In Your House, it's time.
It's time. Okay, so you do have experience with that. Yeah.
Yeah. And also, I've been to WWE World Tour 96.
Shit. Was that a house show? Or was
it was a tour. But I mean, would you count that as a house show?
No, I would say it was a house show, unless it was televised.
Bret Hart versus Ken Shamrock.
Ooh, that does not sound like a bad match.
Yeah.
Ken Shamrock.
Owen Hart and Bulldog versus... Who the hell did they face? I don't remember who they faced. I just remember marking out for Owen.
Damn.
I would say if an ECW house show was in here, I would have said ECW.
ECW is the most fun you've had at a wrestling show?
Because it was all illegal music they weren't allowed to use.
Yeah, ECW.
And it was always in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. But if I had to choose one of these,
not including Mania, so
I would probably say Takeover over Ring of Honor, but I liked the Ring of Honor show that I went to because I got to meet Bret Hart.
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
Inside and when he was leaving.
That's pretty awesome.
Me and Josh went right up to him, and he was
cool as shit.
Yeah, he was so cool. He was so nice.
Fucking Bret Hart, love Bret Hart.
So I'd say that. I'd say ECW, then probably Takeover, then Ring of Honor.
Yeah, Takeover, excluding the annoying ass fans that we had to fucking sit behind that show. That's a whole other story, but I'm sure we've talked about it here on the show before. Takeovers are a lot of fun. If I had to choose, I would say WrestleMania, but if you're not including WrestleMania, I was at Hell in the Cell last year. Easily the worst pay-per-view I've ever been to. Very forgettable show. I've been to a few others, but I would still say the most entertaining experience I've had at a show of those three. Ring of Honor was great. I went to one last year and one this past Friday for Final Battle and had a great time at both. But takeovers are so much fucking fun. I'd probably say takeovers. Takeovers definitely. NXT house shows are awesome. The WWE house shows are fun. The one that we went to last year was good, but there's like nothing ever newsworthy happening, and you kind of figure who's going to win. It's very predictable. So the action isn't like
we
amazing.
saw Cena's first match back.
Cena's first match back in MSG that he fucking lost like a loser. We got to see AJ. They don't want none. But yeah, I would also say Takeover, though Ring of Honor is at a very close second. Elena the Y. Normally, I skip WWE pre-shows, but after the incredible promos that Mojo Rawley was cutting on social media, he got me to care about a Zack Ryder match for the first time since 2011. It's almost sad that of all the things, that one match on a SmackDown pay-per-view that felt like a heated feud worth getting invested in was the Hype Bros breakup on a kickoff show. How did we get here? You didn't even watch the kickoff show, probably not. Nope. You didn't watch Raleigh and Zack Ryder?
No, because I don't give a shit about either of them.
That's what I was saying too. And although I like Zack Ryder, woo woo woo, you know it. They had actually a pretty decent match. Mojo Rawley won. They had a great promo, video package leading up to it. And yes, Rawley did cut some great promos on Twitter before the pay-per-view arrived. But yeah, it is weird that not the most hyped feud, but no pun intended, the most personal feud on the entire card was with Mojo Rawley and Zack Ryder. I mean, that's all that I can really say about it. But Mojo Rawley, I mean, I wasn't really sold on him before, but after that match, I'm more open to the idea of him as a single star, though time will tell. As a heel, he should be a lot more bearable than he was as a babyface. Fingers crossed. Though you don't care.
I don't care either way.
Jason doesn't get hyped. He stays hyped.
No, I stay away.
Second question from Elena. Despite Dolph Ziggler winning another mid-card title for the 100th time that he's thinking about leaving the company, I was enjoying Clash of Champions until the clusterfuck that was the women's lumberjack match. Well, I can name 15 reasons why it didn't work. Example, Natalya. There's a particular one that's been bothersome for a while, which is Charlotte getting beat up for several minutes until Figure 4 formula. Whose idea is it to have the athletic Flair daughter who carries herself as genetically superior fight from underneath against a smaller, less athletic opponent, whether or not it's compelling or convincing enough to work?
Who says this?
Elena.
She's great. Lena's great. I love that.
You solely agree with the Ziggler line.
I love that.
That's the only reason why they put the belt on him, by the way. I guarantee
so he loses it to
fucking Bobby or something like that.
Rude. Yeah.
To Rude, yeah. But the reason why they did that is because Dude, it's no coincidence that they announced this match. They announced this match online before SmackDown a few weeks ago. The same day they announced this match and Ziggler's involvement, which he had not been on SmackDown for a month and a half, mind you. The same day they announced this match was the same day that Ziggler was on Edge and Christian's podcast saying, "I'll probably be leaving the company when my contract expires."
Good.
And then they're like, "Oh, we got to make sure he stays. Let's give him a
Why?
fucking title that means nothing." I don't know. They did the same thing with Ryback. That's why they gave him the fucking IC title a couple years ago. The guy was not being pushed at all, so they gave him a random mid-card belt just to make him stay. And obviously he left anyway, so I don't know how well that's going to work.
They've been doing this Natalia and Flair thing because they think of Flair and Bret Hart, but it doesn't work because Natalia's can't talk.
Cares? She's fucking such.
She's
Did you hear that promo she
annoying.
cut? The promo she cut after the match?
The thing is, I know it kind of sounds sexist, but she's had this same stupid look for like the longest time, and then she's adding cat ears and like making her hair stick up like Jericho back in '99. And if she just didn't talk, did something more than her 5 moves, if she even has them,
Yeah.
and maybe wear something that was more complimenting to her body, I think it would draw a lot more people in. But she is older, and I get that, and I just don't get it. And I don't know what that meant when she left on.
Who cares?
Hopefully she's gone.
I would hope so. I don't think she is.
I don't care.
Who gives a shit?
I don't care.
I mean, I've talked about Natalya before. It's nothing against her. It's the same thing with Dolph Ziggler, where these people have been around for so long, and you can make a case 5-6 years ago when they were being underutilized, saying, "Oh my God, they're great wrestlers. They deserve better." But it's like, dude, everyone on the roster, men and women, are all great wrestlers. There's
Ziggler is great, but what is his character? He dresses like Shawn. He does sweet chin music.
Comes out to no music.
He does the Famouser, which was from Billy Gunn. And his finisher is, "I'm going to jump up and pull your head back."
Jason hates the zigzag.
And it's called the zigzag. And he has no identity. And he is a great seller. I mean, just like Jeff Hardy and RVD. But other than that, he does nothing. Like, I don't want to get behind him. And I was so tired of that feud with him and Miz and I hate the Miz, but I was hoping Miz would beat him. And I'm sure Noah loves this answer. But I gave up on him, much like Bray Wyatt. Even though I love Bray Wyatt,
It's not only that, they've just given me zero reason to care. They don't win enough big matches. It's nothing against them. I'm not saying if I saw Bray Wyatt at a fucking autograph signing that it wouldn't.
I'm sure they're great people and everything.
Yeah,
like
and
that.
they work hard.
They're not used right.
Yeah.
And they haven't been used right for so long.
I have no reason to care. People get so just fed up about that I don't like Dolph Ziggler. It's like, it has nothing to do with the guy. I was the biggest Ziggler mark in the world 5 years ago.
Cashed his belt in, I was
too. It was awesome, but we have been just given zero reason to care about him. It looks like he doesn't even want to fucking be there. He'd rather be anywhere else.
Remember that one week he cut his hair short and dyed it brown for Vicky Guerrero, and then the next
he looked like Evan Bourne's brother.
He went back. He just came back, and they're like,
yeah, and they just didn't explain it at all.
He was in Spirit Squad, for God's sake.
Yeah, well, I mean, those days are long gone. But anyway, yeah, with Charlotte, not only I mean, I see what your question is. I will answer the Charlotte portion, that she works just way better as a heel. Having her sell, like, I don't care about Charlotte as a face. She's great, but she's just a way better heel. Like,
it's like Rude.
Yeah, Rude is the exact same way, where I like her as a baby face, but as a heel, she just works a lot better in the ring and on the promo, and on the mic as well. With all due respect, this is also from Melina. A 23-minute Jinder Mahal match is still a damn 23-minute Jinder Mahal match. AJ Styles could have been wrestling a 6'5" blow-up doll, and it still would have been the exact same quality match.
I like her.
Are we finally moving on? Awesome. Are we finally moving on from trying to justify a Jinder push? God, I hope so.
I hope so.
I
can't stand him. He can't. That Vince just looks at him. He's like, "Oh, he's so big. He's
got his back.
He's perfect.
Push it.
He's perfect. He's a perfect heel. He's great, but he can't wrestle for shit.
Yeah, can't wrestle for shit. Can't talk for shit either. There is nothing compelling about Jinder Mahal at all.
Sounds like he's always got his hoarse voice.
Yeah, I understood it the week after he won the belt. Like, okay, I know you were celebrating, you were excited.
I'm like, he lost his voice or something? No, that's just how he sounds.
And that's how. Yeah, I never heard him talk before recently.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like, I understand. I was one of the people that was saying, okay, it's cool to have a fresh face in the main event scene.
That still sucked. The only good thing about it was that was the first time that was the first match I thought where I went, much like CM Punk back in his day, where CM Punk faced Jack Swagger, and I went, holy shit, this is the first time I liked a Jack Swagger match. And I went, why is that? Oh, because CM Punk carried the whole match.
Yeah.
AJ couldn't carry Jinder and make
Jinder
him
was on
look good.
offense the entire time.
Jinder sucks.
He's not good at all.
And he's not even... Anyways.
They just have to move on. That was the best Jinder Mahal pay-per-view match all year, and even that was like average at best. Like, that's the issue. Hopefully we're moving from that. We're moving away
Shit
from that
next
now.
to puke is still puke. Sorry.
Put a necklace on a dog, it's still a fucking dog. I mean, that's not a great example because dogs are great. Jinder Mahal. What was it? You put a fucking diamond necklace on a mutt, it's still a mutt. That's what the idiom is. That's
weird.
I don't know. I think that's what it was. Anyway.
I like mine better.
Captain Sunshine from YouTube. What are the chances James Ellsworth wins the first ever Women's Royal Rumble?
What? He's gone.
Yeah, I know. What if he comes back and wins it?
The first ever what?
Women's Royal Rumble.
Is that what they're doing?
Spoiler alert, they announced it last night on Raw.
Oh, God damn it, I didn't watch it
I mean,
yet.
that's the only spoiler from Raw. I should have warned you of that.
Oh, it's not going to happen. He's gone.
I hope he comes
He's
back
not a
and wins
female. They're not going to do the same.
Remember, he faced Becky
Martino
Lynch? They could do Santina.
No. If they do that same hash shit.
Jill Ellsworth, yeah, I would love to see that. Just kidding, that'd be fucking terrible.
Do you even have any idea what happened with his chin?
No.
I always meant to look that up.
Never found out about that. The same reason probably why Kofi's chest is caved in. We'll never know.
Oh, man, he needs to fix that.
We will never know.
It's like Jericho's.
Hey, they had James Ellsworth technically win the first ever Women's Money in the Bank match, so maybe they'll have him win this match too.
No, he's gone.
He'll come back and win it.
No, he's gone.
Why is this story coming off of Clash of Champions? What's Shane O'Mac going to do about the co-GM Debray when it should be? Why is SmackDown, what is SmackDown going to do now that their boss is clearly corrupt and vindictive? So they were hyping last night on Raw SmackDown for Tuesday, saying like, oh, how is Shane McMahon going to reprimand Daniel Bryan?
Shane versus Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania.
It seems like that's the direction they're going in.
Yeah. Because you can't face a real wrestler, you got to face me, Shane.
Again, for a third straight year.
Yeah.
Fucking Taker had the treatment, AJ Styles, which was a great match, don't get me wrong.
Oh, it was good.
But I'm done with Shane at WrestleMania.
Him and Triple H, it's the only time they wrestle. It's ridiculous.
What do you mean Shane and Triple H?
They both take a spot at WrestleMania.
Oh, yeah. Shane I could deal with more than... I mean, H has good matches too at Mania, but it's like...
Him and Strowman, that'll be good.
Ooh, can't wait for that.
Yeah, it won't be boring.
Can the Revival please stay healthy? I hope so. I hope so. The Revival? Say yeah!
I have no idea what that is.
They're on Raw this week.
I've never seen them.
They came back on Raw this week.
Again?
Yeah,
okay,
they're back.
Good. Another spoiler.
Say yeah. I know, I wanted to spoil that boy.
Shit.
With Jinder Mahal out of the main event scene, Drew McIntyre away from the NXT title, and Heath Slater presumably breaking up with Rhino, which was also teased last night, is the ultimate reunion of 3MB nigh. 3MB? Getting back to
Who would give a shit?
Baby!
Who would care? That'd be stupid.
Imagine that. That'd be amazing. Drew McIntyre comes back to the company.
Steroid fucking Jinder.
I like Drew.
Drew is awesome. His head doesn't look tiny anymore since he grew out a beard.
Yeah.
And Heath, he's
jobber. Jobber to the stars.
He's, what's his name?
Jobber to the jobbers.
I kept thinking he was, confusing him with Face the Facts.
Oh, Kurt Hawkins, yeah, with that haircut.
Yeah, what happened to that big fucking thing? Oh, he's coming in, he's gonna be great and all this stuff.
He's got an awesome losing streak. He's like 0-1
He's
41.
fucking Dean. He's Simon Dean.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Loses more matches than Simon Dean,
Yeah,
though.
he's old school Nova.
Hasn't won a match in over a year. Next question
L.
from Emmanuel A. What's your history with TNA? I remember actually watching it briefly in 06-07 because, believe it or not, I liked playing as Christian in the first ever WWE SmackDown vs. Raw game, and was wondering what happened to him in 2006 when I learned for the first time in my life that there was more wrestling promotions outside of the WWE. I even remember a Rhino Christian Angle triple threat match that lasted an entire episode of Impact. I don't remember why I stopped watching TNA though, but I never went back to it, and at this point with its current state, I don't know if I ever will. So my history with TNA, as I've probably said multiple times here on the show and other outlets, that I was kind of in the same boat. I think Emmanuel's around the same age that I am, so to answer your question about how old he is, that I started watching WWE in April of 2008. That's well documented. But I found out soon after in looking up Kurt Angle, I'm like, who the fuck is Kurt Angle, that he worked for TNA? And I didn't know who Kurt Angle was. He wasn't in WWE at that point. So I looked up Kurt Angle, found out what TNA was. I tuned in for the first time in August of 2008, and I haven't turned back since. And I've been watching it through its highs and lows and more lows and even more lows than that. What's your history with TNA, Jason?
My friend Nick in Illinois, Nick Polis. I gave his last name.
Shout out to Nick.
Yeah.
Sweet.
He actually showed me. God damn, what year was that? Ooh, 2006. When did TNA start the company? Wasn't it like 2004? 2000?
It started in 02.
02,
But it
okay.
didn't start to get popular until like
Okay,
04.
so 02, right? So he came to visit Connecticut, and he brought all these DVDs and was like, you gotta check out this guy named AJ Styles and Christopher Daniels and the guy who looked like Antonio Banderas until he cut his hair off.
Kazarian. Da, da, da.
So he showed me that, and then I started watching it, and then I started seeing it on they played it on one of the
Spike?
sports networks.
Oh, no, yeah, it was on something before Spike.
New England Sports Network, I think it was on.
Yeah.
And they'd show episodes, and this was before they had the two tunnels. It's where they came out from the side, and they had the fucking girls in the cage and shit. I started seeing Scott Hall and Nash, and I was like, oh, what is this? You know, it was something different because WCW was gone. So I liked it, but it was never, there was no, what's the word I'm looking for? It didn't always continue. Like they would just, I'd see all these old guys that I knew from the WWF and ECW and WCW, and then the next week they'd be gone, and they'd have all these. That's what the same thing WCW did. They took anybody who got let go, and you know. But I loved AJ Styles, and you know he was clean cut, and his hair was short, and it was weird, like and blah 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 blah.
Get rid of the fly.
And I watched it up until it was put on Spike, and then I just couldn't deal with it anymore, and I just ugh, I hate TNA.
You love TNA now, though.
Nah, I fucking hate it. I don't watch it. I don't care. It should have died years ago. Dixie Carter ruined it all.
She really did. There was no turning back at this point. They have some cool moments now in 2017.
They came out with a video game that Nick got me.
I have that video game.
And it's left at his house. He was supposed to give it to me like 7 years ago.
Oh, yeah. It's not a great game compared, obviously, to the WWE games, but it has a great roster.
It's weird thinking that TJ Parker...
TJ Perkins, yeah.
Perkins is in that game as
Suicide. I mean, that was before... Perkins was not the original Suicide. You know who was?
Who?
Suicide's been around since the video game. They brought him into TV as a character. Christopher Daniels.
Oh, that poor bastard. He never got called up.
Christopher Daniels, and then
His head was
Kazarian.
like a blow pop. It was always weird.
Who, Kazarian? Or
Christopher
Daniels? Yeah.
Like, if you look at his old matches, like his body was always smaller than his head.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Christopher Daniels is awesome.
We're getting off on a rant. That's
I know. I just want to show you something real quick. Wait. While we're on the video.
You're being recorded.
I know. Where is it? This is from Friday. Wake me up, wake me up.
Who's that?
It's me and Christopher Daniels and Kazarian. He shaved his head.
Kazarian should never shaved his head.
Love Kazarian. I don't know if you guys could see that, but that's me, Daniels, and Kazarian. From Final Battle, probably talk about that in the random video blog on
Graham's
Friday.
phone number is...
No, don't you dare. He's got my social number, too. Next question. Also from Emmanuel. Personally, WWE in 2017 has been okay. I suppose the question for any year's quality is, does the good outweigh the bad? So if you ask me that for this year, regarding WWE anyway, I almost think it balances out. I appreciate NXT rebuilding, the UK division whenever we see them, the Mae Young Classic, and the amount of great tag team matches, but between the underwhelming US and WWE title scenes, the otherwise lackluster women's divisions, and the lack of standout pay-per-views outside of the takeovers, I just cannot bring myself to give a stronger overall reaction other than meh. Maybe you guys see something that I don't. Was 2017 above or below average? I think, in my personal opinion, you hit the nail right in the fucking head, because I was talking about this with someone after Clash on Sunday, that we have not had one truly great pay-per-view all year. And obviously we're biased because we were at WrestleMania. I loved WrestleMania, but beyond that, there is not one pay-per-view I would go back and watch in its entirety if I wanted to, other than like to review and shit. But beyond that, there's not one show. Like last year, the SmackDown exclusive shows.
Survivor Series was good?
It was pretty good, but it wasn't like great.
Oh, you mean like WrestleMania was?
Yeah, like really, really good.
Yeah, I'd agree with yeah.
I mean, there were pretty good pay-per-views, but there wasn't a lot of great shows. Like last year, we had a lot of great pay-per-views. And the year before that, in 2015 and 2016, I loved. 2017, it hasn't been bad, and NXT has been fucking great. All the things you mentioned have been awesome. The UK division, whenever we see them, I love those guys. The Mae Young Classic was good. NXT rebuilding. NXT has been fucking lit this year with all the guys they're bringing in the matches, the takeovers, like you said. NXT has been the show of the year for WWE, but the main roster, SmackDown especially, has fallen off a fucking cliff with Jinder Mahal. Thank God. Hopefully going into 2018, we have AJ as WWE champion, and there won't be an issue anymore. But yeah, 2017, I would agree, has been not above average or below average. It's been simply an average year, in my opinion. What about you, Jason?
I concur.
He concurs. Next question. What's your favorite birthday memory? My birthday is 1 month away on January 19th, and I just wanted an excuse to mention that. Emmanuel, happy early birthday. Any favorite birthday memories, Jason?
My favorite all time was going to WrestleMania.
Give me the green light, because I'm ready
Oh,
to
God,
go.
don't.
Go.
God, he kept singing that all weekend when we were there.
Oh, yo, that and oh no, Jason.
I almost smothered him with a pillow.
His birthday was the week before, but that was kind of in celebration for Jason at WrestleMania weekend. But for me, favorite birthday memory, I could not pinpoint. I mean, I've gotten like tickets to shows before for my birthday. I've never gone out and actually done anything on my birthday. Like, I've gotten tickets for Raws that weren't on my birthday and shit. Beyond that, I mean, obviously, okay, I realize that. Don't cut to the chase here. I mean, let me get to it.
I have to share mine with a twin sister, so
Boo, twin sisters.
yeah.
I mean, obviously, I got this beautiful belt from Jason, so obviously in recent memory, it would be this. So that wasn't on my birthday, it was for my birthday, so probably this.
Well, because I had to work.
Jason had to work on my birthday. What the fuck? It's a national holiday. Take it off, dude. I mean, come on.
Yeah, geez.
GSM birthday.
Rusev Day.
Rusev Day. Yeah, that's probably about it. I love my birthday, but there's nothing else that come to mind as like truly amazing. Andre G from Facebook, which match would you rather see? AJ Styles versus Daniel Bryan or Cody Rhodes versus Jay Lethal? Is that even a question, dude?
Yeah, Daniel Bryan versus AJ.
Is that even a fucking question?
Daniel Bryan versus AJ.
Look, I like Cody and I like Jay Lethal.
Rhodes.
I like that match, but it's like, come on.
Sorry.
Cody and Jay versus Bryan and Styles. We get Daniel Bryan back in the ring in that case.
Yeah.
What kind of question
Andre,
is that?
come on.
Come on, Andre. You know better than that.
Come on.
His second question. What's next for Adam Cole, baby?
God.
In NXT. So he lost last week to Aleister Black.
Good.
In an NXT Championship qualifier.
Good.
I'm not sure. I mean, if he's not going for the belt in Philly, then who else?
Carino.
Who else do you put him in a feud with?
Steve Carino, because that's his son.
I mean, maybe if Black doesn't go on, not Steve Carino, who was also in NXT. Jason will be right back. I could see them doing Aleister Black versus Adam Cole TakeOver if Black does not become #1 contender, or Cole versus Gargano. There's a lot of good baby faces in NXT, so any one of those matches works. I know Fish and O'Reilly are going for the tag titles this Wednesday, so him losing clean on Wednesday won't matter remotely if they win the tag team title, so we'll see. But I'm not sure. I'm glad Adam Cole's not immediately going for the belt, so thanks, sir. You guys can buy Chunky, or Crunch rather, at your nearest convenience store. Thank you, Jason. And also Twix. This video is brought to you by Twix. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, and Happy Kwanzaa. So yeah, we'll see what's next for Adam Cole, baby, in NXT, but I'm sure he'll be just fine no matter what he does.
Why does everybody I
Baby.
get Adam Cole
Baby.
is this
Baby.
huge entertainer with what he does, but see, I've never watched anything with Adam Cole, and then I finally get to, and Graham's just like, you're gonna love this guy.
He's the best thing since sliced
I watched
sliced
him
bread.
for the last pay-per-view.
That's the whole point. He doesn't do anything.
He didn't do diddly shit
That's the
other than
point.
2 super kicks and what? He got suplexed off the
and the
top.
and the knee and
and
Derek
the Shining Wizard.
yeah. He's great.
Yeah, he looks like Steve. He reminds me. I know you don't know because you weren't around.
I know Steve Carino.
But Steve Carino back in the day. That's what I loved about Steve Carino. But Steve Carino could wrestle.
This guy could wrestle too.
This guy's like the Hurricane.
Whatever you say, baby. Next question from Ross S. from Facebook. What were your thoughts while watching the McMahons versus Shawn Michaels and God at Backlash 2006?
What?
I was not a fan around that time.
Wait. What match?
Shane McMahon and Vince McMahon
Uh-huh.
versus Shawn Michaels and God. You remember that? They did it in Backlash 06
Yep.
with the little fucking spotlight. He came out to
Yep.
Brodus' Funkasaurus theme song. the instrumental version. Obviously, I was not a fan at that time, so watching it back on the network was an absolute embarrassment. That was fucking a joke.
That's what I felt when I was watching it.
That would never fly today. Like, they had segments leading up to the match where Vince was, like, in a church and he was taking the holy water and, like, washing his hands in it. Remember that?
I remember it. I had to live through it.
That stuff was trash. What is your ideal Hall of Fame class for 2018? So here's what I wrote down here. Let me know if you agree, and if I missed anyone, let me know. This is an ideal class for me. Undertaker, because I hope he doesn't fucking wrestle again. Having him go into the Hall of Fame in the same city where Streak was broken, in New Orleans, I think makes the most sense. Taker, Vader. The guy's going to die soon, then he might as well be inducted. Owen Hart, I'm not sure why he wasn't already inducted since they put out a DVD for him about a year ago. Owen Hart can be their posthumous inductee this year. Demolition as the tag team. Not sure why they're not already in. I know there's bad blood between them and the company, but they deserve it. Sable, there's not many women left.
Oh, come on.
Sable, she was revolutionary for the Attitude Era.
What, her tits?
Yeah, she won her fucking tits, but hey, she led the ratings. Hey, Attitude Era, all about the tits, and it worked. And she also hooked up with Brock Lesnar, so she's a Hall of Famer for something. And then also Shaq. Shaq is a Hall of Famer. I'm not sure. I think he was supposed to be the celebrity inductee for this year, but something fell through.
What,
so it
didn't
didn't
get
work.
paid enough?
Probably. He was supposed to do the match with Big Show, and it fell through. But so Shaq, I mean, I heard Kid Rock might be rumored. Like, Shaq did more than fucking Kid Rock. They should induct Limp Bizkit. Instead of rolling my way, you're the highway. I love it. Induct Limp Bizkit. If not them, then yeah, Shaq. So, any other one? Anyone else that you?
I agree with all that except.
I put in Bulldog too. But
see, I had somebody, and then you were talking about.
Rolling.
Stop. You were talking about Kid Rock and Shaq and. Fuck. Owen, Sable. That's what ruined it for me.
Who else?
I say
Victoria. Yeah, I like Victoria. Hey, dude, if they put in fucking Beth Phoenix this soon, I could see Victoria going in very soon.
Victoria.
If only for her leaks. Anyone else?
There was somebody. Oh, Sid.
Psycho Sid?
Well, because he was also Sid Justice.
Hey, you know what? He did a lot on the company.
Yeah, he did.
Psycho Sid. And there was someone else from like that time period. Hey, Bam Bam Bigelow, I heard, was also rumored. I don't know if King Kong Bundy's in. King Kong Bundy should be in the fucking Hall of Fame too.
He didn't really do anything though. He was
a classic character.
IRS.
IRS, I am shocked he's not already in.
IRS, Bray Wyatt's father.
Yeah, why is he not already in? IRS deserves to be in there. Fucking Coco Beware can make the Hall of Fame. The fucking Godfather can make the Hall of Fame. They
Trump,
should put. Hey, your president's in there. If he can make it, if he can make it there, they can make it anywhere. Next question, also from Ross.
Gave you too much sugar.
If you had to choose, go to McDonald's and buy a frappe, guys. It's great. Get the buttermilk crispy chicken sandwich. Jason, don't cut me off. It's a great sandwich. That's what this video is brought to you today. I like a chicken. I like it a chicken.
Loves chicken.
I like
you guys ever want to send a gift in and he puts a P.O. box? Just fill the whole thing up with chicken.
Give me the chicken.
This guy eats nothing but chicken.
McDonald's, place to go. I eat there every single day. If you had to choose who was worse on commentary between David Otunga, Booker T, and Percy Watson. Booker T easily. Percy Watson has grown on me. He's not great.
Booker T, because you can't understand him. Booker T. And he makes no sense.
David Otunga's bad too, but at least
but you can understand him.
Yes.
And Percy Watson, you can understand him. Booker T makes no sense.
He was on Raw this week. You know, he's the heel commentator now on Raw, Booker T.
Yeah, no shit.
He was like giving Asuka shit this week on Raw, and he's like, she's just got to go out there and win. You can't just, it's very rare you win all these matches in a row. Michael Cole's like, you do realize that she's been undefeated for like 3 years, and he's like, you got to go out there and win. You got to win every night.
Yeah, whoever's feeding him, whoever's feeding his headset is either dumb as shit, or if this is all him, which I doubt because he doesn't seem very smart. Booker T, then David Otunga, then Percy Watson, I would say is the least
he serves no purpose, but he's not bad.
None of them seem any purpose. I think they're just
they need another body on fucking commentary.
Yeah, sure. Okay. We'll leave it at that.
Need to have a 3-man booth for some reason. Gotta have the token black guy in the booth for some reason.
No.
You said it. I
didn't say shit.
I'm just saying.
Rewind it. Listen.
Just saying. It's not a race thing, but all these people, it has nothing to do with race. It just has to do with these guys being completely useless on commentary. Put them in the fucking pre-show. I don't care, but Booker T should not be a Raw commentator.
Lawler should be.
Yeah, Lawler. I do not care for his
miss
commentary.
Lawler. No, I miss Lawler.
Lawler's
These
better than
three
fucking
morons.
Booker T. Yeah, I mean, hey, I like Corey Graves. Michael Cole is fine too, but
Corey Graves is great.
Corey Graves is awesome, but they need to get rid of Booker T.
Yeah, hallelujah.
Jeremy B. from Facebook. Do you think Rusev Day and Aiden English are going to end up getting turned face?
They kind of are because
At
they've
this point, they got
gotten
super reaction, got super
so
face reactions.
over with
Yeah.
that. And and Rusev is actually into it. I mean, he
Yeah.
doesn't really have anything else to lose, and he's never been a face. So
He should have been a face by now. Guy serves no purpose in the roster.
yeah, remember when he was crushing Cena, and everybody was like, "Oh my God, he's a monster."
And he got beat by Randy Orton in 10 seconds at SummerSlam. Yeah, I remember that.
I was outside, then I came back in, and I'm like, "What happened?" And you're like, "It's over." I'm like, "Good." I was gonna skip it anyways.
That shit was awful. Yeah, this is it's going
Fucking
great for
horrible.
those guys. They should put those two together as a tag team permanently and put the belts on them at some point. The crowd was going nuts when you had the
Yeah,
accolade
that
on
was
fucking
great.
Chad Gable. They were really, really wanting them to see them win the tag
Where
titles.
were they?
Boston.
Yeah. Boston always goes for the heels. It's
Yeah,
great.
they were a
That's
great
where I
crowd
saw,
on Tuesday.
Ring
On
of
Sunday.
Honor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ring of
Daniel
Honor.
Bryan's second to last match with that company.
It's the final countdown. Do you think WWE should split up Gable and Benjamin and push Gable as a human suplex machine and push Shelton as a respected veteran similar to Finlay in the mid-2000s, where he has good matches with up-and-comers? The Benjamin thing, I like. I mean, you're not going to put the fucking world title on, and maybe not even a mid-card belt, although I think you could. Gable, I completely agree with. The guy is so good. And
He's
I think
he's like a little rocker mixed with
like Kurt Angle.
with Kurt Angle.
Yeah, like
That's
the guy
exactly
is
who he
so
reminds me
fucking
of.
good, and he has like good like he can be entertaining if they give him the right material to work with. So I do hope he kind of goes away from the tag team thing and they give him a real chance to shine because he is so good. I like that idea a lot. At E13A, also Emmanuel, just this time from Twitter, could you show Jason this and ask him what's the best sign? Okay, so he sent me a tweet. Let me see if I can find it. Let's see, go to likes.
I don't get this. I don't even
Twitter machine.
Twitter.
Twitter. Okay. So
Holy
this is from the
shit.
Attitude Era.
Yeah,
that
I
picture.
remember that because it used to piss me off watching it. And I'm like, I would kill somebody if they put signs in front of me all the.
Someone has a sign that says sexual faggot, but they spelled faggot wrong. Nice one.
That's not nice.
Yeah, they probably said the mark on there.
Testicle, because that was a test sign.
Oh, yeah,
Drunk
yeah.
24/7.
That's funny.
Hi, Dad. Which one's the best in my opinion?
Yeah, these are all pretty
I like
trashy.
the suck this
Where's that?
right here.
Suck this.
What's
Shut
that
up
one
and suck
say?
this. The
Rock said,
Rock laid the smackdown on Minky? Something like that. I don't know. I can't read what that says.
"Where you at?"
Hey, Austin McMahon 316 says I don't know, the text is too small.
It's not
Just
text,
fired your
man.
ass. I don't know. They're all pretty bad, to be honest with you. But suck this is
I?
funny. Suck.
Oh, maybe it's it. You
Suck
can't
it,
say
yeah.
Gilbert.
Probably something about Gilbert. I don't
Stone
know.
Cold.
No.
Screw.
What's this screw?
Screw.
Oh, screw this. Hi, Dad.
I'm gonna go with.
Hey, quality over quantity, by the way. These are a lot of signs.
Suck this. I like that one. Suck this.
That one's good.
Suck this.
Suck this. That would be Jason's favorite sign.
T-shirt.
That is a good T-shirt idea.
It's not my fault you suck. I like that one too.
Just because they have so many signs does not mean they're good ones. Those were not good, at least from that screenshot.
Yeah,
anyway.
that's why they stopped doing that. Because
Yeah.
people brought so many signs and people didn't want to go to the shows anymore because you couldn't see shit.
Yeah.
And then people got in fights.
There's
Trust
still good
me.
signs. There's still good signs today.
I used to scream. Oh,
Did you
Nitro did the same thing when I went to that Nitro. Anyways, I don't want to talk about it.
When I went to TLC 2015 in Boston a few years ago, do you remember Survivor Series 2013 with Big Show and Orton as the main event? Do you remember that show?
I probably didn't watch it, and that was the reason right there.
That was in Boston, too. Someone brought a sign to TLC 2015 when I was there in that same arena that Survivor Series was held in. RJ knows what I'm talking about. It said Survivor Series 2013 sucked. And they just held it up the whole night.
That's great.
And then people were saying, like, screw the PG rating and shit like that. Or bring back PG-13. That was a pretty popular sign. Stuff like that's funny.
Yeah.
Speaking of Mr. Marceau, from RJ, at RJ_Marceau from Twitter. He's got two questions. Has WWE crushed Cedric Alexander's appeal? You could hear a pin drop when he came out on Raw last night.
God damn it, I didn't know he didn't come out.
He was in a match with Drew Gulak to determine the number one contender. No, I don't think they've crushed him. I know RJ used to be a big fan of his. Now he doesn't really care about him anymore. You could say that.
Cedric
Alexander
in
the
the
dark.
That's the one we met,
yes,
right?
that
the
we
one
met,
with
yeah.
the shitty fucking
Theme song?
advice that he gave me when I talked to him.
What was the advice?
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Doesn't matter.
Cedric Alexander is the fucking man. He's got
Don't
a great
give a
theme
shit.
song. He is getting over in the ring. The reason WWE hasn't crushed his appeal, RJ.
They
haven't crushed
ruined
his
it.
appeal.
No, they ruined it with goddamn putting him with that stupid Alicia Fox thing. And
That
that's
was
when
awful.
I went, click.
That
no
was
more
awful.
205.
That's the thing, though. That's the thing. It's not just Cedric. It's everyone in 205 Live because they give us zero reason to care about these people because they never get any time on Raw. Now, recently they have with their matches, which is great. The guy can be built back up. I don't want to give away the spoiler as to whether he wins this week.
I don't care. I'm not going to watch it. I'll skip it.
He is now the new number one contender to the Cruiserweight Championship. I hope he wins. The guy's a great wrestler. They just got to give him more airtime. Of course, no one cared about him when he came out on Raw. Why should they care?
He's Apollo Crews.
He's better than Apollo Crews is another guy who they should be doing more with, but they give us no reason to care about the guy. Cedric, of course, no one gave a shit about him when he came out last night. He hasn't been on TV in fucking months before last week. Why would anyone care?
Where's Rick Swan? Where's...
You can't handle the jail cell?
Yeah.
You can't handle the jail cell? Yeah, that's where he is. Fucking behind bars, that's where he is.
Kidnapping.
Yeah, kidnapping his wife. Apparently they
His
made
daughter.
up.
I thought it was his daughter.
No, it was his wife. So I heard that she, and maybe you told me. No, I think I read the details where he had kidnapped the wife, and he drove off with her in the car, and she didn't want to be in the car, and she, jumped out of the car or something like that.
Yeah.
But they made up, apparently. She, put on her Facebook, oh, I can't wait to see my husband.
It's like a Cops episode. Do you want us to arrest him for giving you that black eye? No, I love him.
Yeah, exactly. It's fucking like Law and Order.
That's good. So you think of that, people, when you watch him come out dancing and shit. The fact that he kidnapped his wife.
Push him. Give him the title.
Domestic dispute.
You heard his wife? Yeah, put in the gimmick. Yeah, make that a part of his character. Next question, also from RJ, is Jason Jordan the 2017 Neville from 2015?
Hell no.
He looks strong in defeat, and no one cares. So I know what RJ's saying is RJ and I would make a good running joke out of it every single week where Neville would have these good matches with guys like Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins. Yeah, the guy's great. But he would always lose, and we had no reason to care about him. And RJ and I would always say the guy's a loser because he always fucking lost. Jason Jordan is the same way. He always loses.
He does not wrestle even close to how Neville can wrestle.
Neville is way better, but Jason Jordan is also really good.
Not in my opinion.
He's great.
What has he done?
Look at the matches he had with Cena,
I've
Reigns,
seen
Rollins.
his matches. They weren't that great.
What?
Not in my opinion. They were just,
Okay.
Nothing really different other than that Northern Light suplex that flipped over. I'm like, that's cool. Good. Keep doing that. And that's what he's been doing.
I think the guy's really good, but I think at least, unlike with Neville.
I'm more experienced with wrestling, so I know that.
Oh, okay. With Neville, they just did nothing with the guy for so long.
I miss Neville.
I know they got to bring him back. I mean, it's actually not a matter of bringing him back. He just walked out because he was like, fuck this cruiserweight shit. I'm not losing Enzo. And then coming back and losing a fucking, who else?
Umbrella Man?
Yeah, Jack Gallagher or some shit like that. At least Jason Jordan, they're hearing the boos. Neville just got no reaction. Jordan, they're turning him heel, so at least they're doing the right thing with him. So it's kind of, I can kind of see what you mean.
He looks like a CAW from a
they're
video
turning
game.
him heel.
Good.
I think he can get back on track.
More.
Yeah, I like him already more because of his promos. He comes out like a fucking whiny ass bitch. That's what I'm saying. He's like a Kurt Angle, whiny. Just not as good.
He's a whiny.
He's a fucking whiny ass
some
bitch.
Cheese to go with that one.
Yeah. At Scarlet1 from Twitter.
Scarlet.
What do you recall being the most consistently good year in wrestling? Now, she already asked me that. She wanted to ask Jason
maybe 1995? No.
I was going to say, get out
No,
of my
the best year.
You talk about wrestling
ever?
wisdom.
Or
Consistently, overall. I said 2000.
2012?
2012, really, with Punk on top?
Well, see, I'm biased because he made that year great.
Yeah.
For me.
And 2011 was
if
good
I had
at
to say
points, but it
all
was shitty.
together, for me, it'd have to be 1996.
Okay, 96 is a good year.
WrestleMania,
great.
the NWO.
Michael's on top. And wrestling, yeah, she's not just saying WWE. So you are right in saying that.
Yeah, I'd say 96.
Okay. 96 is a good answer. I said 2000 because 2000 was lit too. But 96 I like.
Fucking saying lit.
It's lit. Where could the Women's Royal Rumble potentially rank among the men's previous Rumbles? I hope.
How do you? What do you mean?
I mean, like, is it going to be as good as the men's rumbles from the past?
Do they go over the top rope or just
Shit. Oh shit! I'm breaking
as
all
you
the
drop the
gifts.
belt on the gifts I gave you?
Sorry. Oh, Joe Dan look. So yeah, I mean, I guess I think it's going to be.
Are
the
they
same.
going to go over the top rope?
I would assume so.
Can't,
I think it could be good. I think it might be like the women's
that'd
Money
be
in the Bank.
cool. Ruby
What?
Riott and Paige.
Yeah, they could be going at it. They could be bringing back women too, like Victoria, Beth Phoenix, Karma, Michelle McCool. They could be bringing back other women too. Trish Stratus, Kelly Kelly.
Karma's not going to wrestle again. She's focusing on being a mom.
Who cares about being a mom? Being a wrestler is more important. She has unfinished business.
Where to
with
rank
Ellis.
it? I guess we'll have to wait and see, but it'll probably be better than goddamn when
Oh
when
God.
Reigns won.
Oh no. Yeah.
It's got to be better than that.
Oh no. I just realized we're gonna get our hopes up for like a women return, like from Trish or Lita, and they're gonna fucking bring
Trish's
back.
not gonna do it. Lita's
Trish,
not gonna do
yeah. Well, I mean, people are thinking that Trish might come back for, it, and they're gonna bring back the fucking Bella Twins. No doubt. I'm calling it right now.
Oh,
Brie and Nikki are coming back in the Rumble, baby. Brie mode. No doubt.
We'll have to wait and see, but most likely it'll be better than a lot of the 2000 Rumbles to me.
Yeah, those were awful. I would hope so. They can't fuck up the first one, but then again, they did with the women's Money in the Bank, so I guess we'll see. Best and worst of Kane. For me, best of Kane, his debut in the first few years of his career were fucking amazing. The guy was on fire. Team Hell No is also great.
Authority was awful.
I know, that's what I put as like semicolon and then for worst.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I liked his debut because I saw that live.
Yeah.
And I liked when he was gone and he came back and
With
he
the mask.
had the different mask which showed his mouth, and I was kind of like,
Yeah, with the
but I
Cena
liked
feud,
it. And he had
Rise
the new
Above Hate,
music.
or Embrace the Hate, yeah. I like that too.
And then when he teamed with RVD,
That was good. I'm very underrated. 03, the stuff with Shane was also good. I know RJ's gonna like that answer, but
yeah,
that stuff was good when he was unhinged.
it's just as soon as he lost his mask, it
yeah.
kind of all went downhill. Team Hell No, that was
A lot of the mid 2000 shit is completely forgettable.
Yeah.
A lot of forgettable shit there. The fucking matches with Taker in 2010, terrible.
I think they had so many matches, it's ridiculous.
How important are pay-per-views when discussing the quality of any year? I think they're pretty important. Maybe not if you go back to like 96 when they only had like 4 pay-per-views a year. But now when you have 16, they're pretty important because you have one like every fucking 2 weeks.
I love it.
And yeah, of course you do.
Yeah.
And now all of them are so forgettable. So I think they are pretty important because they highlight the milestones. They're not everything when discussing the quality of any year, but I think they are pretty important the more of them that you have.
Well, this was the first year they did that, right? Or is it when
They've had so many.
Yeah.
I mean, they've had like 12 in the past. This year they had like 16. That's too many. That's way too
Nah,
many.
there's never too many.
What?
More the merrier.
You're just saying that so I can come over here more to watch the fucking pay-per-view you do every
No,
2 weeks.
no. It just it gives me something to look forward to, and then if it's shit, it's shit, and if it's
That's
not,
what I'm saying. That's hard to even look for. Were you looking forward to Clash of Champions?
Hell, fucking no.
That's what I'm saying.
But it gave me something to do.
I guess. I guess.
I work a lot.
Oh, goodness. It's okay, Jason. I'm here for you.
Don't touch me.
How does Jason feel about Disney buying out 20th Century Fox?
Oh, that's random.
Well, I talked about it on the random video blog on Friday, so that's probably
I was working. I think it's great because what I've heard, I've already seen them leak the new X-Men. If you look up any astonishing X-Men comic book cover, you'll see the X-Men logo. Mm-hmm. And I think it's great because now they're going to have another like 10 years of building up. They're going to redo the X-Men, including Wolverine. And the Fantastic Four will finally be done correctly after it fucking was terrible when they tried to reboot it. The worst comic book movie of all time. Fucking piece of shit. Deadpool is still going to stay rated R. I'm happy for it. I mean, yes, Disney's becoming more like a monopoly because they've owned so much.
Yeah.
Like with Hulu and just the different platforms and everything like that. And they're still starting up their own platform.
The streaming service,
platform. Yeah. But
they own Hulu.
I think they own the majority share.
Oh shit! I didn't know.
Or 40%. One of those, I can't remember.
That's a lot.
But they own a lot of shit, and they let Fox just keep their Fox Sports and their Republican Fox News bullshit and all that shit.
Bill O'Reilly.
'Cause they're gonna focus on. Bill O'Reilly's gone.
I know he's been gone for months. I know.
I hate that guy.
God, he's a piece of shit.
I think it's great because now we're gonna, and what this is all gonna lead up to is Secret War, which was after Civil War, and it's a huge thing where Avengers and
that would be
Fantastic Four,
lit.
and most likely from what I've heard, is that in the next Spider-Man movie, Wolverine will make a cameo.
Ooh.
The new Wolverine.
That's sexy. I liked it a lot.
Yeah. Because
looking
Hugh
forward to that.
Jackman's not coming back.
No, he's not coming back. Logan was lit.
He's not. I loved Logan and I like Hugh Jackman, but he's not Wolverine. And I don't mean that in a bad way. It's just Wolverine's not 6'1". He's like 5'4". That's why they always called him Runt. And, you know, Bryan Singer didn't really, whatever. It was the best they were doing at the time, so we didn't know any better. Much like people love the Beatles and shit back. So many. Anyways. So yeah, I'm excited.
Disney, they're a monopoly, but they've done right by Marvel and Star Wars so far. So I'm optimistic.
But the Star Wars thing with the whole throwing the thing over the shoulder, I was kind of like, that was a little more family
Jedi?
laugh kind of thing that they put in
What are you
there.
talking about? Spoiler alert. Last Jedi?
When he throws the lightsaber over his shoulder, and he's just like, and he walks past Rey.
Who does?
Luke. In the
At
beginning.
what point? Oh, in the beginning?
When she's trying to hand him his own lightsaber.
Oh, yeah,
And he just goes over his shoulder.
Oh, he just chucks it out into the fucking water.
Yeah. That was, you know.
I thought it was good.
No, I liked it.
It's definitely got a little taste of Disney, but at least you're not seeing Mickey Mouse and Snoke battle it out. That could be a lot worse. At the 1, 2, 3 egg, who's more important in the 90s?
1, 2, 3 egg. That's great.
That is pretty good. Bret Hart or Shawn Michaels
Who is more important?
to the 90s? That's a great question.
It was Shawn. Because as soon as Shawn became champion, you know, the DX happened after that. That Shawn Michaels will be always remembered more in the Attitude Era than Bret.
That's because he wasn't around for the Attitude Era.
Yeah, Bret was.
No, he wasn't. He left. When does the Attitude Era start, according to you? There's no, like, definitive date, but, like, to you, when does it start?
97. That's when it started changing.
Okay, so he was a part of, like, for a cup of coffee, when he did the whole promo on Raw.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying, well, more important to the night. Well, the first half of the 90s, I'd probably say Bret more than
Bret.
Shawn.
Not even close.
But then
Bret.
the mid-90s, when they fought at WrestleMania 12, being 96, they both were important. And then the rest of the 90s, it was Shawn. It was Shawn. So if I had to say
really
overall,
tough,
it's half and half. But if you look at who did bigger things, I would say Shawn. The ladder matches with Razor, DX, WrestleMania, the feud with The Undertaker with Bad Blood, the first ever Hell in the Cell.
That is true.
I would say Shawn.
First ever Iron Man match, first ever Hell in the Cell match.
I just unplugged something.
Yeah, it's just the battery. It should be fine. I don't think we won't die here. Oh fuck, my computer's fine. I almost thought the thing turned off for a second. That's really, really tough. I think it's one in the back. There you go.
I got it.
Okay.
It's got to be. It's Bret the first half. Both of them in
90s.
the middle.
Gun to head. Who's your answer?
Shawn. He did bigger things. Him and Razor, DX, first Hell in the Cell.
I would say Bret helped out a lot more people than Shawn did. Though I know Shawn did more to accomplish.
Who's more important to the 90s?
Bret helped launch Stone Cold, though. I know Stone Cold beat Michaels for the belt.
That was WrestleMania 13, but that was at the end of the 90s.
That was in 97.
Yeah.
But that feud helped.
But that's
launch
after
Stone
Bret came back because he went on his hiatus to go film Lonesome Dove.
Yeah, for like 6 months.
I'd have to say Shawn. He did more things.
That's so difficult. I'm gonna say
in the
Bret.
Shadows was 98, where he got screwed over.
Yeah, the rest of the 90s were nothing after Montreal because he went to
overall,
WCW.
who did more things?
Who was more important though?
Yeah, Shawn. Imagine the 90s. Imagine Shawn wasn't around. The Attitude Era would never have been as big with DX.
Shawn wasn't as... He was around for a cup of coffee in the Attitude Era, too. As soon as Bret got screwed over, Shawn retired like 6 months later. After Bret left,
then fine. Screw that. Before the Attitude Era.
Yes.
They both were big, but Bret was
more important.
Bret was higher up than Shawn because he was winning the championship when Shawn was getting the Intercontinental.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they both were important to the 90s, at least up until 98.
Okay. Yeah, after that, I mean, yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
You'll say
both
Michaels,
are
though.
for different reasons. I think Shawn was.
I'll say Bret Hart just to be a pain in the ass.
Yeah, whatever.
At Brad Bernard. With their Fashion Files segment seemingly being relegated to WWE.com, and with their quick loss on Sunday, why has WWE relegated Breezango to being a complete jobber tag team? For years, they've both given it their all into whatever WWE gives them. Their chemistry on SmackDown is behind only The New Day and the Usos. They're both great on the mic. They're over with the crowd. Breezango has shown he's a tremendous wrestler with some of the matches he's had in NXT, as is Fandango, who's like 6'4", yet he moves around the ring better than most cruiserweights. So what is it that WWE does not see in them as serious competitors, and would a move to Raw help them? That's a loaded question. First of all, I like Breezango a lot. I like Tyler Breeze a lot. Fandango on his own would fucking flounder. The guy's been around for so long, they're not going to do anything with him on his own. I think you're overrating him a little bit. Tyler Breeze is a very good wrestler. Tremendous might be taking a bit too far. The fact that they're great in the mic might be taking a bit too far. I see what you're saying, though. The issue, like, why aren't they doing more with them? First of all, you're saying, why are they being relegated to being complete jobbers? They've been jobbers the entire time. I'm not sure where you have been. I know they got a push for a cup of coffee earlier this year when they got the tag team title match. Other than that, one point, when have they been anything else but a jobber tag team? Like, how many fucking matches have they won on SmackDown? Like, seriously, how many matches have they won on their own on SmackDown? Probably no more on, like, one hand. Seriously.
They're more important than the Ascension.
Yeah, the Ascension are beyond damaged goods. Breezango's good. The thing with Breezango, it has nothing to do with them. I'm not saying they're not good. I'm just saying if they want to get above a certain level, yeah, the Fashion Files, cute. That's good. But that's not going to make you a serious tag team. The New Day had some great chemistry and great comedy and stuff 2 years ago, but when they needed to be serious, they got serious. Breezango, they're not a serious threat to anybody. Yeah, but it's not
their fault. This is what they're telling them to do.
I know. I'm not saying it's their fault. I'm just saying that the reason why they're not getting above a certain level is because WWE is painting them as jobbers. I know you said you like the Fashion Files, but they need to stop doing the Fashion Files and become a more serious tag team and show what they're capable of in the ring. Because otherwise, people won't take them seriously as anything but a joke.
I agree.
So, that's my 2 cents on that. His next question, biggest laugh out loud moment for you in WWE this year. I saw that earlier when I was putting the document together. I could not think of one laugh out loud moment. I'm sure it's happened, but I have no idea. Could you think of anything?
The Celebration of Friendship?
That was great. Friendship, Festival of Friendship. Anything with Jericho and Owens was hilarious. Talking Smack with Daniel Bryan, Kevin Owens, and the Usos. I watched it with Jason a few months ago, and Kevin Owens is like,
that was pretty funny.
Independence Day Battle Royal, like, that doesn't even make any sense. Second chance? I thought this was a land of opportunity. That's a joke. Daniel Bryan. It's the land of repeat opportunities. Huzzah!
Yeah.
That was amazing. So probably that. Talking Smack was a gem before they fucking cut it off the network, but that would be what it is for me. That's the only thing that comes to mind besides Festival.
Yeah, I'd probably say those two things. I can't think of anything else.
The Fashion Files were good. New Day has been funny. I can't think of anything else that's been like super hilarious.
Rap battle with
the Usos and New Day was good. Leaked page video. Rated R. That was awesome. That was pretty funny. So yeah, moment would probably be that. Overall, the Talking Smack episode from late June. Final 2 questions here. I gotta get going, so we gotta hurry this up. Did you prefer Seth Rollins' Hell in a Cell match with Dean Ambrose, or his Hell in a Cell match with Kevin Owens? Owens, easily. The Ambrose match was good, had a better build, but the Owens match was way better in the ring. If the rumors of a Lesnar versus Reigns match at WrestleMania next year come to fruition, who do you predict will be the one to dethrone Roman Reigns as IC champion, and who would you like to see dethrone Roman? So people have said here on the show, have it be Samoa Joe, and then the new Joe versus Cena for the belt at WrestleMania. I like that a lot. So I'm going to say Joe. No one else comes to mind as someone who could take the title off of Roman right now.
I agree.
Samoa Joe?
It makes no sense. Strowman destroyed him, and yet now, whatever.
I agree. It should be Samoa Joe. If anyone else, who wants to walk with Elias? But it won't be Elias, because I know he's already got a shot. He lost, but it would be cool. But I'm going to go with Samoa Joe. So as we wrap up here, I'm going to give Jason his gift. So it didn't get wrapped, because I'm not a good rapper. I know Jason had wrapped his for me. So I'm just going to...
You don't have to give me anything.
Hurry this. Yeah, I'm just going to... I thought that was a different... I thought it was my ride, but it's actually not. That's someone else. Completely unimportant.
Certain female?
No. It's a random number. It's not even a contact.
Oh.
It's not Haley. It's not anyone else. Yeah.
Did I give them your phone number?
Oh, God, I hope not.
No.
Anyway, so here is your gift, Mr. Davis. Thank you. And I this is, from one of your favorite wrestlers, and I hope you enjoy it.
This is a joke, right? That's a joke. I'm throwing this in my fireplace.
Show the people what it is. Adam Cole, baby.
This is a joke.
That's it.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
I'm not stupid. You know you wouldn't give me that.
Adam
you know
Cole,
I'll put that in
baby.
okay, give me. I'll put it in my fireplace.
No, I want to watch it myself. Okay, this is your actual
Just
gift.
open your stuff so they can see it. You're more important on this channel than
Okay,
I am.
no, I'm gonna give you my stuff first. Because I'm more important. I mean, obviously, you're more important. But anyway, I'm sorry for being a son of a bitch. Here you go. Merry Christmas, Mr. Davis. I thought you would like this. I know you don't have it on DVD.
Awesome. I was actually going to buy it.
I figured you did not have it. I knew you don't have it because I asked you a while ago. But he is a big Home Alone fan. We watched Christmas Vacation earlier. But I figured you would appreciate it.
Thank you, sir.
You are welcome. And I have a second thing as well. Jason has 2 things for me here.
Bastard,
So I got a second thing as well. If you don't like it, I can return it. I have the receipt. I wasn't sure if you would. So you can always return. This isn't a joke. This is serious. So if he doesn't like it, we can always return it, people. But Merry Christmas from GSM to Mr. Jason Davis.
What the fuck is this? Where'd you get this?
I got it FYE.
Holy shit, Pickle Rick.
Pickle Rick.
That's awesome.
I don't know if you like the Rick and Morty merchandise, but I thought you would appreciate the Pickle
cool.
Rick.
I cut the sleeves off and take it to the gym.
There you go.
Thanks,
it's a large. You are welcome, sir. Thought you'd appreciate it. Pickle Rick for life. Too sweet.
He looks all evil.
Pickle Rick is amazing. I just gotta text someone real quick. Just gotta. Oh, fuck. Shit.
Pickle Rick.
Pickle Rick. All right, so I'm gonna
open yours.
Open mine. 1 second. We're like
damn kids with their phones.
I know.
Rip it open.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna make a mess on your floor.
It's fine.
Get the vacuum and. Yeah, baby, that's what I'm talking about. Thanks, sir. Appreciate it.
Open up the other one.
Morty. What has he got in his hands? Poop? Is that poop?
Remember when he had to get those seeds and shove them up his ass in the first season? That's what he's holding.
That's amazing. Morty. Thanks, sir. Yeah! Big ol' Rick. Rick. Oh, he's got the little spit in his mouth, too. Weaponized Rick. Thanks, sir. Appreciate that.
Now you got the set.
Woohoo! You guys can check this out. Rick and Morty, greatest show. And I'm not just overrating the show. It is a great show. Don't believe what people tell you. I know it's pretty popular right now. People are saying, oh, it's overrated. It's not. This man got me into it. This is a great gift. 2017 has been the year of Rick and Morty. Thanks to this fine gentleman right here. Thank you so much, sir.
You're welcome.
Appreciate
Thank you for having me.
Of course. Been a great year with Jason here on the channel. Very happy to have you on the Christmas episode. Nice one. Here on #AskGSM. Real quick, Mr. Davis, where can the people find you?
Blue Eye Disorder on YouTube. It's a very positive channel, and I talk about Tourette's and depression, and just all the opposite sides of certain people that are positive in this world, and also music that I cover or original songs that I do that help me get through that and try to make life a little better when you're feeling down. So check it out and let me know what you think, and hope you guys are all doing well.
Hit that subscribe button for Mr. Davis. It's a great-ass channel, the most must-see channel in YouTube history. Also, hit that subscribe button for my very video right here. I hope you guys have the most merriest Christmas of your entire fucking lives.
Merry fucking Christmas.
Merry fucking Christmas. For Mr. Davis, I'm Graham Jason Matthews, and we'll catch your ass down the Christmas road. Rocking around the Jason tree. Have a very happy holiday.